everyone, my name is Morgan. Welcome back to Dandelion, which is brought to you. Today we are continuing on with Ji-yoon's route, this weird, quiet little bunny. The start of his route has been fun so far, so I'm excited to keep going and see what happens next. He helped me win blackjack last time, so I think that's him using his powers that were briefly mentioned in the last route. But right now his points are maxed, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and wait for some story to happen. Oh my god, finally. If you guys remember, that sound effect. Crunch, crunch. Okay, I needed to stop that weird sound before I continued with what I was gonna say. Anyways, if you guys remember the last episode, I mentioned that I remembered when my friend played this game for the first time, that she complained that like there was like no story in Ji-yoon's route. That really might be the case, because I feel like I just did so much grinding. Oh my god. It took forever to get here. I woke up in the middle of the night to a strange sound. Yeah, that was a strange sound. What's this noise? I carefully got out of bed and went to the living room. Everyone was sleeping in their animal forms. There's Jisoo, Jiyeon, Jihae, Jiwoo in the corner. Jiwoo's in the corner. I could see everyone but Jiyoon. And then I heard it again. Jiyoon, what the hell are you doing? It's from the kitchen. The sound. This must be... Ah! As soon as I walked to the kitchen, I could see a pair of red eyes gleaming in the dark. Jiyoon? I tried to calm my pounding heart. That scared me. Jiyoon had something in his mouth. Are you eating apples? Are you trying to tell me that was the sound of him eating apples? That sounded nothing like someone eating. That sounded like someone like squirting ketchup or something. Yeah, squirt, squirt, squirt the ketchup. Just as I'd expected, it's the sound of someone munching on an apple. It does not sound like that. But it sounds so scary to just hear the noise in a dark kitchen. The apples. I could see apple cores rolling on the kitchen floor. I've never seen an animal eat apples like this. Does he not eat the rind? Were you hungry? Why didn't you wake me or Jihae up? I never expected that Jiyoon would come to the kitchen at night to find something to eat, since Jihae was always there to take care of him. No, Eddie is... Eddie? Right, Jiyoon calls Jihae Eddie. Busy. He's probably tired. Busy? Oh, you mean his part-time job. I remember having heard recently that Jihae started modeling part-time. He was so busy that he didn't even come home today. Then you should have waken me up. I would have warmed you up some leftover food. You wanted apples, man. Jiyoon never had asked me for anything since he had Jihae. But as his owner, I can give him food and snacks at least. There's almost nothing left for me to do for Jiyoon since Jihae is always by his side. When Jihae's not around, ask me from now on. You're busy every day too. That's true, but Jihae's recently become busy, but I have always been busy. Maintaining my grades, preparing for a job hunt, and many more. And I'm almost never home in the mornings and afternoons. But I should take care of my pets as the owner. Owner? Jiyoon looked at me as if he didn't understand. You're my owner? His face is always expressionless, that I can never fully understand what he's thinking. But I buy him food, his clothes, and provide him a shelter, and they were my pets at the beginning, so can't I call myself his owner? But they're humans now. Is it weird for me to say that I'm their owner? This is confusing. Yeah. But no matter what their appearances are, I have a sense of responsibility to take care of them. Uh-huh. That's why I buy your favorite apples. Apples. Owner. You're such a weird little dude. Jiyoon tilted his head. Does it feel weird that I'm your owner? I don't know. He stared into the space, looking slightly confounded. Yeah, I guess you actually don't need an owner to take care of you. Jihae already takes a good care of him anyways. Jihae actually earns money and has more time to spend with Jiyoon than I do. And he is the only person who can communicate with Jiyoon. It's probably better that I let Jihae take care of everything that's related to Jiyoon. The only thing I can do for Jiyoon is to simply give him meals and a place to sleep. The person that Jiyoon truly trusts is not me, but Jihae. We'll get the trust, I'm sure. Thinking of such a thing made me feel that there's a distance between Jiyoon and me. You're more comfortable around Jihae than me, right? You're really close with Jihae. Eddie is. Ji-yoon looked down on the floor. Eddie is comfortable and uncomfortable. What do you mean? Comfortable and uncomfortable? Why? Eddie is too nice. He's a very nice man. Jihae is nice. Jihae is certainly nice to Ji-yoon. He's more polite than nice towards me. Jihae calls me my lady and never does anything that would trouble me. How he acts makes me feel that there's a wall between us. But Jihae and Ji-yoon are different. There's something between just the two of them. The two of them have their own world that I can't intervene. I'm sure gonna, though. So I feel that there's no one that can come between them. I think Jihae is only nice to you. Are you a special person to him? Ji-yoon nodded. I see. But I don't like it. Oh, really? Don't like what? The way that he's only nice to me. I don't like it. Don't like the... the fact that Jisoo is nice. No. Jisoo doesn't care about you. Jihae. He's always just standing next to Jihae without saying anything, so I never knew what that was how Ji-yoon was thinking. I think Ji-yoon also wants Jihae to, like, live his own life outside of him and, like, I guess pursue things that make him happy, just based on what happened in the last route. Eddie should be nice to others, too. Otherwise, Eddie will continue to be lonely. Yeah, see? I don't remember what Ji-yoon's wish is. I don't even have a guess. Well, here, I do have a guess. I'm wondering if maybe his wish is to make Jihae's wish come true? I don't know. Or maybe he has one of his own. I don't know. I just find it weird that they're both here. Ji-yoon said it with a lonely face. I see. Although I didn't quite understand what Ji-yoon meant. I felt that maybe he was more mature than I thought. But Jihae seemed to not want people other than Ji-yoon to approach him. For Eddie, Huh? I have to let Eddie go. Ji-yoon looked at me and spoke. Oh, we're already getting here? Took us a while to get there in the last route. Let him go? Will I be able to let him go? Ji-yoon had no expression on his face, but I felt a sense of loneliness. Let him go. Honestly, I don't understand what Ji-yoon is talking about. Does it mean that he needs to keep a distance from Jihae? But one thing for sure is that Ji-yoon cares about Jihae very much. Ji-yoon, how long have you been with Jihae? His whole life. Ji-yoon closed his mouth. Did I ask an awkward question? I was about to say never mind when Ji-yoon opened his mouth again. Since I was born. See what I mean about the overlap? This is like all stuff I kind of already knew. Since he was born? Then, are you a family? Ji-yoon shook his head. Yeah, that can't be it. They both are certainly beautiful, but they look nothing alike. Can they be childhood friends since birth? But they certainly don't treat each other like friends. Jihae calls Ji-yoon young master and treats him like his superior. Oh, by the way, why do you call Jihae Eddie? Is there any reason? Eddie is Eddie. Oh, yeah, I see that. Makes sense. Is Eddie Jihae's real name? Ji-yoon became silent again. Eddie. Somehow it seems a nickname rather than a name. Well, maybe his full name's Edward. Eddie, that's a cute name. If I called Jihae by that name, would he be angry? I am the only one who can call him Eddie. Oh, okay, I'll back off. Ji-yoon answered sharply. I guess I shouldn't have called Jihae Eddie so easily. It might be their special nicknames for each other. Nicknames? Oh, maybe she's referring to Eddie and Young Master. I'm like, they don't call each other Eddie. Sorry if I hurt your feelings. I felt a wall between us. It was as if I could never butt into their relationship. You shouldn't call me Eddie. Call me Jihae. Jihae had specifically said to call him Jihae. Why was Ji-yoon sticking to Eddie? I like how he did not ask these questions in Jihae's routes. Did the name have a special meaning? But I may soon be unable to call him Eddie. Huh? Not be able to call him Eddie? If I am to let Eddie go, I can't call him Eddie. What does he mean? I still had no idea what Ji-yoon was talking about, but calling Jihae Eddie seemed to have a special meaning for Ji-yoon. Ji-yoon's face saddened. Somehow, he looks a bit lonely, that I automatically wanted to give him a hug. But it was something Jihye and Jihyun had to solve themselves. I didn't dare intervene. But what history do you two have together? Why does Jihyun look so lonely? More and more unasked questions piled up. But then I went to bed. And his points went up. Alright, time to hunt this bunny down. What are you thinking? Dear. What? Huh? The bubbles on your face. They look like clouds. What did that have to do with deer? What are you thinking, Jihye? Deer. Oh! The shapes look funny. But not like a deer? Why were you thinking deer? Talk. Yes. I'm speaking to the plants. Just because they don't speak doesn't mean they can't hear you. You are so strange. Let's go out, you weirdo. Wanna go to the art gallery? I'm sure you'll have profound thoughts on the paintings. Yes. There are many families here. I want to go in. Ah, this is interesting. Let's quick shave. Really? I don't know, right? Yes, I think so too. Yes, it's unique. I like it. Did you get inspired? It was fun. I missed. I hate when I do that. Oh, I think he said, did you get inspired? Something, something, something. That face he makes is so adorable, though. I look forward to your next picture. I'm hungry. I want apples. You always want apples. So what are you thinking now? Sky. Okay. It's just always a singular word that has nothing to do with anything. What are you making? The broccoli soup that Eddie made before. I don't ever want to eat it again. Was this broccoli soup bad? Hello, you're the most easy to stare at. Oh, I said that and I got it wrong! Finally! God, you're so hard to find sometimes. Let's talk. Yes? Oh, the clothes? Eddie sometimes puts my clothes in there. And when the clothes come out, they smell nice. That's what a washing machine does. Now, what are you thinking? Still sky? Oh, what am I making? I know vegetables are good for you, but I like sweet things. Okay, where do you want to go now? How about a cafe? Yes. That's what you say every time. How's school? You're always busy. Wow, you asked me about me. You make conversation. Cake? Ooh. He likes the cake. Okay, do you want cheesecake or tiramisu? Okay. Cheese. I like it. Do you? How do you feel about tiramisu? Okay. The colors are odd. He seemed more interested in the cheesecake. He likes the cheese. I don't care, we're ordering dessert. I don't care if it makes me ugly. That's alcohol. I want to try it too. Can you? How old are you? I ate too much. Too much cheesecake. It was fun. Thank you for taking me. You're so adorable. You're welcome, little guy. Oh, hello? Here. Thank you for the half-eaten broccoli. Did you give me this in Jihye's route? I think you did. It's okay. I have apples. I think you gave me that in Jihye's route. Hey, what you thinking about? Apples. That's not surprising. Huh? I ran away because he kept putting stuff on my face. I'm going to hide here for a bit. Who? I mean, it would have to have been Jihye. What was he doing? Hey, what's up? Eddie's busy. What are you making? Make mine an apple salad. Shh, don't tell Eddie. Jihye is just like, he's eating too many apples. He's like, shh, it's a secret between you and me. Yay, story. It was already Saturday. Time flew after school had started. The cats and the rabbits seemed to be enjoying the same life, though. My lady. He changed his outfit. Where was he going? Yes, are you going somewhere? It wasn't like Jihye to hesitate. Don't give him too many apples. Oh, shit, he found out from the other day when I gave him the apple salad. Apples to Ji-yoon? Ji-hye nodded. I hadn't given too much. I just gave it to him whenever he asked for it, which was every waking moment of every day. Was that too many? If he eats too much sugar, he could become aggressive. Oh, aggressive? Ji-yoon aggressive? No way. How can Ji-yoon become aggressive? In fact, I would feed him more apples if that would make him a bit... I would feed him more apples if that would make him a bit aggressive. He could stand to be a little more aggressive. I've never seen Ji-yoon being loud and noisy before. Because of the apples that you gave him yesterday, he moved 3 times more than he usually does. What the hell? What? He moved 3 times more than he usually... Are you counting every time he moves? Ji-hye! What the heck? That's weird! 3 times? Does that make any difference? Anyway, no more than 2 apples a day. Ji-hye said flatly, avoiding my question. Please, my lady. Okay. By the way, where are you going? I have work. Even during the weekends? Yes, I think I'll be even busier from now on. Aren't you working too much? I don't understand why Ji-hye is working so hard. Is work so important to him that he's leaving Ji-yoon in the house even during the weekends? We can't burden you forever. Burden? I hadn't expected that word. So he was thinking about leaving. I guess we all can't continue to live here forever. I suddenly felt a little lonely. Okay, but don't work too hard. Ji-yoon misses you when you're not home. Ji-yoon would run to Ji-hye whenever he came home from work. And he wouldn't leave Ji-hye's side. Ji-yoon seemed very lonely when Ji-hye's not around. And he's trying to let him go. I see. Ji-hye lowered his head. Is he worried? Is your work going well? Isn't it difficult? At first I didn't know why I'm doing something like this, but I've gotten used to it. It's fine. Doesn't know? You don't have models in your world? We do, but it's not for anyone like me. People hate my silver hair. Anyone like you? Surely Ji-hye was casted because of his good looks. My lady. Yes? I'd like to ask you to take good care of young master. I smiled as Ji-hye sounded like Ji-yoon's parent. Does he already realize that Ji-yoon won? I'm never gonna be as good as you, though. It's like Ji-yoon needs you. Was I taking good care of Ji-yoon? Do you really think so? Huh? Do you really think I always have to be with young master? Ji-hye's concerned face reminded me of Ji-yoon. For Addie, I... When Ji-yoon was saying those words, he looked both lonely and mature. He was saying that he should let Ji-hye go. Young master, is he alright when I'm not there? And only with you? I don't think Ji-hye ever talked this much before. He's asking me so many questions. This is unusual. Ji-hye is worried about Ji-yoon. Is he having a hard time? Or lonely? But Ji-hye... I felt touched by Ji-hye's concern. I can't be certain, but Ji-yoon isn't being lonely or having a hard time. But I don't think Ji-hye has to worry. Ji-yoon is okay, I think. I see. These days, young master often talks about you. Yeah, cause it's his route. Me? About me? Really? Ji-hye nodded his head slightly. He said you've got even less energy than I. Less energy? Does he mean that I'm not as strict as Ji-hye? But they talk about me. For some reason it made me a bit happy. I see. Please take good care of him. Although he still can't communicate well with others. Like Ji-hye said, both he and Ji-yoon are not that close to other people. Ji-hye is a bit better than Ji-yoon. Sometimes I can't tell whether Ji-yoon even has emotions and feelings. Sky. Dear. I sometimes become surprised by how emotionless he seems. Just like a porcelain doll. By the way, Ji-yoon is really different from his peers. Is it how he is naturally? Was Ji-yoon always that quiet? Young master. Ji-hye paused for a moment. He changed a lot as he grew up. As he grew up? He experienced many things that a normal child would never experience. Things that a normal child would never experience? And he began to talk less as he became older. Does it again have something to do with these powers he has? He was very expressive when he was young, but... I couldn't know the details, but it seemed like Ji-yoon had an unhappy childhood. Was that why he was so quiet and machine-like? I have to get going now. Okay. Please keep the promise about apples. No promises. Jihei reminded me once again. Alright, take care. We would hate if Jiyoon moved 3 more times than usual. I smiled and replied, but became very curious. Jiyoon becomes aggressive? Is that really true? If it is, I'd like to see it at least once. No, Hyojong, that's bad. Oh, finally. There's a lot of grinding in this route. Today I came out to the park with Jiyoon. Even though it's still October, the wind is quite chilly. I brought my sketchbook as well. Since the midterms are over, I might as well draw as much as I want. Jiyoon sat next to me and looked up at the sky. Amazing. Huh? What's amazing? Nothing is in the sky. I looked up at the sky as well. A cloudless blue autumn sky. Yeah, the sky is usually like this in the autumn. Autumn. Sky. Oh, Jiyoon. Jiyoon mumbled with a blank expression on his face. It's like Eddie. Like Jihei? Why? Eddie's eyes are perfect blue. One of Jiyoon's habits is that if there's something he likes, he always relates it to Jihei. Last time he commented that the way the clouds are shaped is pretty, and added that it looks similar to the cotton candy that Jihei had bought for him. If he likes some food, he talks about the food that Jihei cooked for him. If the TV plays a music that he likes, he says the music reminds him of Jihei. Jiyoon always thinks of Jihei when he finds something that he likes. He told me last time that he needs to let Jihei go. That's not going so well, is it, Jiyoon? For some reason, I cannot forget what he said. I get reminded of those words whenever I see Jiyoon. What was Jiyoon thinking when he said those words? Jiyoon? You know, when you said you have to let that's wrong. Jihei go. Jiyoon looked so sad all of a sudden that I stopped talking. Did I mention something unnecessary? Yeah. Jiyoon looked at me. If you don't want to talk about it, it's okay not to talk. Jiyoon didn't avoid my gaze. Does he mean that it's okay to talk about it? About letting him go. I don't understand what it means. Are you trying to keep your distance from him? Jiyoon blinked his eyes. Eddie cannot be happy next to me. Cannot be happy? Why? So I have to let him go. Eddie's eyes seem sad. Jihei, where are you? Jiyoon's eyes seem to... It's not... That typo is not even like you got one of the G names mixed up. It's straight up you put Eddie there. It's not even close. Why do you think Jihei cannot be happy next to you? Jiyoon stopped talking, and he stretched his hand towards the grass. Jiyoon picked a dandelion flower. Hey, that's the name of the game, Dandelion. I already ruined Eddie's happiness once. What? You got nothing to do with that girl dying? Jiyoon ruined Eddie's happiness? What happened in the past? I wanted to ask, but didn't know if I could. Jiyoon quietly stared at the dandelion. What do you call this? It's called a dandelion, like the game we're playing. It's pretty. It's like a cotton ball. Jiyoon touched the seed head. It's soft. Jiyoon had a faint smile on his face, as if he liked it. It reminds me of Eddie. I was waiting for that, since we just established he relates everything he likes to him. And Jiyoon closed his eyes. Was he thinking about Jihei? He looked somewhat sad. Feeling that I shouldn't bother him, I turned to my sketchbook. I moved my pencil across the sketchbook. He said the autumn sky is blue, and that the dandelion flower is pretty. He said it reminds him of Jihei. But Jiyoon said that he has to let Jihei go. Yes, like I said, not going too well. What went on in the past that made him think that way? Dear. Why are you talking about deer again? Surprised by Jiyoon's voice, I turned my head to the side. Jiyoon was staring at my sketchbook calmly. Deer? I looked at the sketchbook and noticed that the lines that I drew were forming a shape similar to that of a deer. Okay, that explains this time, but why did you say deer last time out of nowhere? We were in the kitchen! Or the bathroom! Either way, there's no deer in there. It does look like a deer. Draw it. Huh? Draw a deer. Do it or I'll fucking kill you. Oh, a deer? Okay. Jiyoon nodded. Do you like deer? There are no deer in my kingdom. I'm surprised you know what one is then. Kingdom? So he did come from a society with royalty. A place with no deer. I wonder what kind of a place it is? Or maybe there's deer outside of his kingdom, so he still knows what they are. Have you seen a deer before?
Only once.
You've only seen it once, but you must have liked it, huh?
It was a sad-looking animal.
Deer?
Yes.
He thinks deer are sad-looking. I wonder how the world looks in Ji-yoon's eyes. I had the feeling that the world seen through Ji-yoon's eyes must be different from what the others see. Yeah, I'd say so. Ji-yoon, how does the world look in your eyes?
Like a deer.
What? I'm curious. Why do his beautiful eyes look so empty? He's such a beautiful person, but why won't he smile? He seems very sad. Why did he think that the deer is sad looking? I wanted to know a little bit more about Ji-yoon. Do you like any other animals? Ji-yoon closed his mouth. How about animals that you don't like? Cats? Ha! Called it!
Cats.
Just as I suspected. Ji-hae does not seem to like them too. And Ji-woo. Why?
Cats are noisy. They always make trouble. And rabbits.
Oh, but they're your own kind. You don't like them? Ji-yoon looked at the sky.
I hate rabbits. They're calculative and think too much.
I love rabbits. They're my favorite animal. Thank Ji-woo for that one.
I want to be an animal without thoughts.
Well, what animal doesn't have thoughts? Do you think like a goldfish thinks very much?
I want to be an animal without feelings.
Do you think a goldfish really like feels anything? What? And animals without thoughts and feelings. But that's not how an animal is. So you're saying that goldfish do have thoughts and feelings? Why is Ji-yoon suddenly saying this? But if you have no thoughts and feelings, you won't know what's happy and what's delicious either.
At the same time, you can escape from your sufferings.
Sufferings?
You can escape from hate, sorrow, as well as responsibility and guilt.
Why do you feel so guilty? What happened? Is there another side to like Ji-hae's story that we don't know about? Hate and sorrow, responsibility and guilty. What kind of life has Ji-yoon had? What kind of past made Ji-yoon think that he doesn't want to think and feel? And what about these powers? I feel like these powers that he has must be contributing to this too. I wish that he wouldn't think and feel. That's... right. Come to think of it, I thought of those things as well. I had the same thought before. Ji-yoon, who was looking up at the sky, stole a glance at me.
Did you?
Yes, I once wished that I would become deaf. Ji-yoon's eyes widened as if he was surprised. Things people said made me confused then. I wondered if my life would be better if I did everything they told me to. Do this a certain way, do that another way. I didn't know if anything they said were helping me in any way. The things Mom and the teachers would say when I was in high school. Keep your grades up, practice your writing skills, do this, do that. They burdened me with the set standards and made me feel guilty if I didn't act according to it. So it was suffocating. At the time, I was like a puppet. I'm sorry for telling you such a heavy story. Ji-yoon blinked his eyes.
You're amazing.
What do you mean?
You can still smile despite your sad past.
That's his quote in the opening. I don't know why I remember that. Probably because I've listened. Like, you guys remember the banger, dope-ass opening that this game has? The, like, cinematic anime opening? It's just, like, the best Otome opening to ever exist. It shows all the boys and they'll have, like, a quote. And there's two that I always remember. Ji-yoon's is that right there. That's what his says. When it shows him. And then Ji-woo's, obviously I'm gonna remember his, is, it's not every day you see a rabbit like me.
I think it's admirable. You deserve to be praised.
I stopped at Ji-yoon's words. Aw, that's cute. Praised? I'm not familiar with being praised. And it's not just coming from anyone else, but from Ji-yoon. Yeah, that means a lot. My face was getting hot. Ji-yoon suddenly seemed like a mature adult. Is he an adult? Ji-yoon, you've got the talent to surprise people. Unlike your first impression, you're so mature. The way you think about Ji-hae, the things you said to me now. My candor made Ji-yoon lower his head.
I don't know.
Is he shy? Though Jiyoon still had no expression on his face, I felt that he looked very cute at that moment. Because he's a cute little bunny. That's why. Okay, I think that will do it for today's episode. Yeah, we're already, like, at the end of November. There's, like... I really do feel like this route has had, so far, a lot less story and, like, story segments than the other routes had. And I feel like we're getting, like, very deep into, like, background and character. Like, really, really fast compared to everyone else. But I am enjoying it. He's a cute little dude who I wish I knew if he was an adult or not. But yes, that is going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!